Trump's Epstein files fiasco, how he started the controversy. The controversy surrounding Jeffrey Epstein refuses to fade into the background, and Donald Trump's role in this ongoing saga is a major reason why. Despite Trump's clear desire to push the Epstein files out of the spotlight, he actually sparked much of the conversation himself. But here's where it gets controversial. He simultaneously denies that there is anything substantial to uncover about Epstein, the convicted sex trafficker and someone who once counted as a friend. During his campaigns, Trump and many of his supporters eagerly stoked the flames of the Epstein conspiracy theory. This was no accident. Tapping into the conspiracy theory base has always been a strategic move for Trump, whether by promising to release the elusive JFK assassination files or boldly vowing to expose Epstein's secrets. Yet, promising revelations to such a restless and volatile audience can backfire spectacularly, precisely what the Trump administration is experiencing now. They ignited the fire, and now the consequences are burning them, with little sympathy to spare. This predicament is of their own making. Even as a conservative observer who hasn't been particularly captivated by Epstein conspiracy theories, it's striking how visibly frustrated Trump is about people probing his past connections to Epstein. Politically speaking, that frustration reveals a simple truth. Trump is weary of being grilled over questions that, in reality, have no solid answers because they never did. Remember, Trump explicitly promised during his campaign to release the Epstein materials. Following that, prominent figures from his administration, Pam Bondi, who served as a state attorney general, Kash Patel, now the FBI director, and Dan Bongino, the deputy FBI director, each made substantial claims related to those same files after taking office. Bondi even orchestrated a high-profile release of binders purportedly filled with Epstein's case documents. Unfortunately for those eagerly awaiting bombshell revelations, the contents were largely unremarkable. No secret client list or explosive new evidence materialized. Bondi once claimed she had such a list on her desk in an interview but has since retracted that statement. All this played perfectly into the hands of the far right, which craves conspiracies, especially those that target the Clinton family. Intriguingly, until recent developments, Trump's own ties to Epstein were mostly swept under the rug. This selective attention has left many conspiracy believers feeling betrayed, convinced that those who made grand promises but delivered little must be complicit in a cover-up. But a far more plausible explanation is simply that the expected smoking gun doesn't exist. What makes the Epstein case a uniquely potent conspiracy theory is its adaptability. Both major political parties can wield it to cast shadow on their rivals, thanks to Epstein's famously far-reaching social network. Republicans highlight the Clintons' alleged connections, while Democrats turn the spotlight back on Trump's own associations. As long as no definitive list or conclusive files emerge, everyone can claim that their political opponents are implicated and dismiss any inconvenient evidence to the contrary. However, it's important to remember that any such explosive documents would have had to pass through both the Biden and Trump administrations at some point. So conspiracy theorists now propose, with surprising ease, that two political factions that routinely oppose each other are secretly collaborating to suppress a devastating list of names. Does that sound plausible? Most likely, the evidence currently available surrounding Epstein paints the most accurate picture we will get. Yet, that won't stop the conspiracy machine from running at full throttle, using every opportunity of possible new revelations to fuel their narratives. And don't bet on Trump or his mega base stepping back anytime soon from capitalizing on these murky waters. Dace Poters, who holds a political science degree from DePaul University, writes opinion pieces for USA Today.